Hi guys, and welcome back to yet another exciting episode of Real Tales Podcast. It's your girl Emmy, and of course today's topic is a bit emotional and very sensitive. We're going to talk about toxic parents. Yes, how do you tell that your parents are toxic? Most of us, we grew up from backgrounds whereby our parents are very toxic, or they are very tough. They're giving us tough love. We call it tough love, yet it is toxicity. You know, we usually talk about love, family, and relationships, but do you know that the people who raise us can cause lifetime pain? Yes, sometimes parents can be emotionally draining, can be manipulative, and can be very tough. And did you know that most of us, we grew up thinking that it's a normal thing for your parents to be tough or to be emotionally draining? So in today's episode, we're going to touch those points that you can look at and you say, for sure, my parents were toxic. So how do you tell that my mom, my dad was not just tough loving or tough parenting me, but actually was toxic towards my growing up? Together with my beautiful ladies, Pamela and Gloria.
Before we get into today's topic, which is very sensitive, I want us to first, a lot happened in the course of the week. There campaigns, NRM, People Power, Simanyi Bani. So a lot happened, and Uganda Cranes losing officially to have them World Cup. So let me start with Gloria. What trended for you in the week?
My trending story of the week. I was all here. Meanwhile, we haven't put there an episode since the last time, so I can still rewind back a bit with the Uganda Cranes winning against was Botswana. We scored one goal, defended it exclusively. I liked everything. Now in this game against Algeria, there's a lot to like about Uganda Cranes. First of all, we won. We scored a good goal in that game. And against Algeria, which is a big side and a good side at that, they didn't score from open play. These were all kind of concocted penalties, whereby any other lenient referee would not give them, especially the second penalty. Because what do you expect a goalkeeper to do?
Yeah,
He's supposed to literally get to the ball. So the second penalty for me was not it. Of course, even if we had won the game, we were going to still go for playoffs, which is another journey.
Yeah,
But which I think the boys were up to. But all in all, I want to say that we have had the best campaign in football, especially in World Cup qualifiers. We have, imagine having 18 points. It's never had in Uganda, especially with the teams we were against. We are against very, very big teams that have players everywhere in Europe that play in the big leagues of the world. So I was so happy with the Uganda Cranes.
So
I liked
the success.
The success is for Paul Put. Has put in everything, and I also appreciate the fact that he has actually given chance to so many young talents. The likes of
that's one thing I like about him.
The likes of Semugabi. That boy is brilliant.
He's brilliant.
This guy, the shot guy, is called actually the one that caused the penalty yesterday. This small guy, Kayondo. That guy is excellent. He's literally fit to be in the biggest teams in the world at this point. Then Okello, everybody knows that.
That one is
so
those players.
So, and when you're there, then you're looking at the bench. You have there the Mukundanes. You have the guys that we're actually looking at in Chan. Not even that good at this point. They're on the bench. That shows you that we even have options on the bench, and Ugandan football is improving, which is so good for us.
So we should say the coach has done a very great job.
100%.
Yes.
And also, I shouldn't forget the fans. because these guys are motivated by us. If they come into an empty stadium, nobody, they are not going to be accountable to anybody. But when they see people paying, the stadium is full, guys are supporting,
They get
they give everything. Also, I want to appreciate government. The truth is, like, they have started recognizing that actually football is a source of income now for young players, young for the youth. So I was happy for when the president invited the team and made sure that he fulfilled his promise. It was so important. And so that motivates the players, of course, to give more than.
Actually, that's the point I wanted to come in with. There was a time there was a discussion about what our sport is as Uganda, because we have athletics that is really big. But we have
it's actually, I think it's the biggest.
Yes, it's our biggest in terms of sport. It's our biggest export. Not even an export, but it's what does so well. So people are asking, why are we investing so much in Ugandan football? Yet we know that the actual investment should be in athletics. Have more athletic academies, and then just
Coaches,
dig into into that very field of athletics. But then again, it's based on only a region.
Exactly,
because most of the athletes we have
are from the north.
Captura.
They're
From the far east.
I think about athletics, and because for us we actually major into long distance running, long distance tracking. So for us, you literally have to be a light guy, very light, very light. Like, you literally have to lose weight and be really small to be able to run those distances. Just like you see those Americans, because they dominate, they are sprinters. They dominate short distance. You have to hit the gym. You have to have the muscle to pull off these
and also
other
the
guys.
ground to train, because
Exactly,
most of
yeah, true.
these train in Kenya. They run through those hills, and Captura is generally a hilly place. So,
So it helps them.
But also the president has done a lot with athletics.
Also,
the moment you win, you come back, you are incorporated into the police force. Then you're entitled to certain fees.
Actually, I also forgot to mention that 3 days ago, Jacob Kiplimo won his first marathon. Jacob Kiplimo won his first marathon, which should not just be underrated. This boy is just transiting from the 1500 to now marathon running, which is very, very, very interesting. And he actually finished the race. And we waited for almost like 4 minutes before anybody else arrived, the second person. But of course, he ended the race with a lot of tiredness. And you could see that his body is just falling apart. Remember, he's not used to this distance.
So, Pamela, what trended for you in the week?
Of course, for me, I talk about the political. First of all, there was this interesting story about the iPods.
Exactly.
So the National Unity Platform officially writing to iPod. The NUP writes to iPod and officially saying that they want to join, and they feel like, because the recently passed, there was an act that was passed in Parliament for political parties, and only political parties that are registered under iPod, and some other organizations are the ones who are entitled to receiving money that would help them
through that.
So the NUP at first had rejected the iPod.
They did.
They rejected.
And this is now the time for money, where you have to have money.
They are entitled, I think, to about 1 billion or something.
Yes, I heard.
So they wrote and said.
And they started begging to actually be.
I think they said they will never beg.
So the argument, according to the NUP, is that we are entitled to this money because it's taxpayers' money. So we need to be able to receive this.
But why did they refuse in the first place? Before making their research on why these organizations are.
They feel like the iPod serves the interest of the ruling party, which is the NRM. And then they feel like the iPod does not stand for what the NUP represents, that like things like human rights violations, the tortures, the alleged abductions that are happening. So for them, that was their argument, that, you know, we would love to join iPod, but iPod does not serve in our interests. We have continuously complained about kidnappings, torture of our people, but there is nothing that is being done.
So now it serves.
Some of the reasons. But now when they money,
it serves their interest.
Kind of paints a picture.
They actually know that money was there. And now they had to show us how heroic they are. that they are not going to take this money whatsoever because they don't believe in the principles and everything. And now, and a few moments later,
we need that a few moments later.
So Rubongo comes through and is like, so we are going to, we are in a sentence, we are solo.
The irony.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, that one was quite an interesting story.
Yeah.
So the iPod is yet to respond to them because they also have strict terms and conditions that you want to present to them.
Course.
You must rejoin iPod as a member. Then the other is, of course, the presidential candidates, the 8 of them who are traversing the country. We have seen the likes of Bobi Wine started in Busoga region. And what's outstanding between the two mainly, that is Bobi Wine and National Platform, and President Museveni, is the crowds that we are seeing. President Museveni has been in northern Uganda. That's why his campaign has started. In fact, today he was in Terego. And you would see that there are thousands of supporters who come and attend those rallies. Then of course Bobi Wine also, we are seeing also the pictures where we're seeing very many crowds of people. And the question has always been, do these crowds translate to voters, or is this excitement that people are coming to say, we want to see how Bobi Wine looks, we're excited President Museveni is here, maybe we would get t-shirts, or maybe we just want to see Bobi Wine is a musician.
I think
do they translate to votes?
I think because there's someone who'll be like, I want to go there and see what Bobi Wine is promising in his manifesto for this country. I want to see that. There's that person who gets out there. Of course, the biggest number of people who go for rallies, everybody has their own agenda. Someone wants to see a singer who he used to like. Someone is just there to say, hey, I have never seen President Museveni, I want to go there and see him. Then all stuff like that. But I want to commend, to appreciate the Uganda police in this thing, this particular time. I am not saying that they have done excellently well, but I think they have tried to direct these campaigns the proper way. Now, there has been a clash with Bobi Wine on one situation. When President Museveni is heading to a campaign venue, the convoy will go through, whether it is a trading center or what, he will not stop to be waving for people. You know what that does? It paralyzes movement and traffic flow. He will just like how his convoy be flying literally. That's what happens. Now this guy usually wants to go through trading centers standing and waving, which the traffic is against. Usually they will always stand somewhere and branch him off. They were like, you cannot bring this into the town. If anybody is interested in watching and hearing from you, they'll find you at your venue. And I feel like at first he was complying, but just like opposition has to be opposition. To make sure you cause the news, which is also not okay. But at this point, I think the campaign trail has been okay.
It has been very peaceful. Actually, one would hardly notice that there are campaigns ongoing.
I know.
Because the 2021, you would actually see the streets were busy. When a rally is going to happen, the town is painted with campaign blood.
And then there was this guy.
There was violence.
There's this guy who mentioned a statement and was like, for any politicians, opposition. Another documentary, this campaign trail, people are going to be won in peace, or they are going to lose in peace, or they are going to win in peace.
And I think it's peaceful so far.
It's indeed.
Meanwhile, my candidate, I don't even know where he was.
There is one of the candidates.
My favorite candidate.
Who is that?
Is Munyagwa. Without fear. I like his manifesto, by the way.
Today is in Mbale City.
Bambi.
Okay.
Wish him well.
There is Frank Bulira. People's Party. I think at a certain point he failed to even show up at one of his campaign venues because
I heard about that.
He has been speaking about shortfall in funding. Because presidency, presidential campaign, you have to move across the whole country because it's a national vote. So
let me tell you,
if you can't afford, if you don't have
at some point I was on a campaign trail of a woman MP. When you're a woman MP, you trail the whole district. You're representing the whole district. dear, do you see why people be complaining that government is cutting off these districts and making them? Trust me, you guys, there are some districts that are too huge.
Yes.
That you drive and cannot, and you reach a point and you're like, am I still in Uganda?
Yeah.
And I was on a campaign trail and I was like, okay, this is crazy. Because anybody can't even believe that we're still in Zimbabwe at this point. And then finally, I saw what it means by country. Now, when someone talks about a whole country, that must be a whole. You must have.
Yes. Yeah. So, and what trended for me in the week, let me say bad news. Yeah. So there is this chick, this babe who is an influencer in Nigeria. She's 22 years, very young girl, very sexy, very beautiful. She has been doing gigs online, like Kangakuba Bulango, for different companies. And maybe she collected her money. She felt like I should own a GLE. So she bought herself a Benz. Then she made a party, inviting her best friend, like her closest people,
how you want you to
celebrate her car. You know the young girls' excitement. But anyway, it's an achievement, Bambi. At 20 years to own a GLE, it's an achievement. Yeah. So, sad story is she was poisoned by allegedly her best friend, and she was buried yesterday in Nigeria.
I need to ask about something. What is wrong with Nigerian people? My Nigerian people. Because we have had this particular incident of a certain lady who you guys know very well, who actually was opening her saloon and called friends. Should the people now stop calling friends to celebrate with them?
I feel like,
because what is that?
That's what.
And she also died the same way.
I think it's the nature of friendships these days that people have. What you've been the foundation of
someone is 40 years and does not even have a bicycle. And then 22 years, you have just bought a G-Wagon or whatever.
Guys, when I say the foundation, I mean like the relationships nowadays, friendships are based on a lot of competition. As in, Gloria bought a new phone. Oh, what can I do to get one? If Gloria is winning all the time,
I feel like
then the other person is getting jealous.
But no, I feel like
that is the kind of friendships we are seeing, where girls are competing with each other.
We are not supposed to forget that
Gloria's jealousy leads to violence or leads to bad acts.
But you know that when you kill me, you're not going to get my blessing.
Obviously.
My blessing is not going to come to you.
But
I'll die with it. You get? If you kill Gloria,
the whole thing is, why can't you ask the youth, the young girls, the influencers, the guys that are trying to make ends meet, just learn to know that it's okay to have a healthy competition. I'm someone who likes beautiful things. If I saw you having a good phone or something nice, I also work hard to get it. Not in another negative way. Now that she has it, may I have to get a better one?
And me, I know someone
leading to that.
I know someone we are friends with, and when she sees you with, I'm sorry to say this, with a knicker. For example, you're in the washroom together, she sees your knicker, or you've gone to No. You've gone to, for example, to Kesh to get some nice kajin. Maybe you're dressing up and she says, "Hey, you have a nice knicker." The following day she comes, "I bought that very knicker."
Yeah, you see that kind of competition.
What is that?
It's very unhealthy.
I think that thing is particularly personal. And people who are maybe raised with in a way that is not confident enough. Let me tell you something. If you're confident enough, I'm someone who, I don't know. I think my confidence is just all over the place because first of all, I believe in simplicity. Anybody who knows me knows that I can actually wear a dress of 10,000 and compete with the people that are wearing a million shillings dresses. I honestly won't be putting myself down. Mom, my dress is cheap. No.
Yes.
I wear it, raise my head high, and be okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So we need to learn to do that. Otherwise, that is terribly unacceptable. Like someone can't just celebrate whatever they have. So how can you even celebrate alone after achieving something big like that?
So those are the toxic.
I know.
Those are the toxic people we are talking about. No kulango ina that jealousy into your heart. Then you pass it to your children. Anywho, today we're talking about the toxic parents or the toxic parenting, we wali okula omuzadde we yakuzaata, do we mistaken being tough or having that tough love to toxicity, or do we mistaken it like my parent, my dad was so tough, kumbe they were toxic. So how do we tell that this parent is really becoming toxic? My mother is really toxic to me. So Gloria, how do you understand the term toxic or toxic parent?
A toxic parent will be controlling. This can it can either be a father or mother. It doesn't have to be one. It can even be a guardian that is looking after you. Very demanding and harsh, putting you at risk of long-term mental and physical problems, mental illnesses. Because the mental, this particular thing of we called it toxic, the toxicity of parents. Way back in time, it looked so normal. Because let me tell you the truth. If we are to talk about our experiences, just the way we are here, three of us, we would tell that these parents were literally toxic.
Yeah.
Just like how we always contradict ourselves, how they always contradict themselves. They don't want you to see talking to a guy. They don't want to see you relating with anybody. You're a friend of the daughter of so and so who is badly mannered. They are controlling you in one space. You can't explore. You can't know you're in one place.
It's what we used to call tough love.
That's what we call tough love.
Now, in this particular generation, it is toxicity. Because we believe that, kids of nowadays get to understand things at an age that is so young. You're 12, 14, 15. A 7-year-old. A 7-year-old is very well conversant with these things.
Exactly.
So toxicity is controlling and exaggeration. Like you do something small and this particular same issue becomes a whole exaggerated problem. Playing on your mental, manipulating and making you lose, gaslighting, losing confidence in yourself, hating yourself, because you're looking at your parent quarreling with you all the time. You're like, am I the bad person? Am I so bad like that? So it gets into your head, and you find people having serious mental breakdowns later in the future.
I feel like parents of our generation, that's why I always tell my siblings, me, I want to raise my children my way. They're like, don't Nazala, my sister was beating her child. I was like, can't you talk to this girl? She's 3 years old. Can't you just talk to her and make her understand? I told her I'm not going to, of course I'll put them where I want them to be. But not beating a kid of 3-4 years.
At 3 years.
I don't know
sit this kid down.
How often does she do it? Because there are times when parents are pushed to the wall and they have this extremely stubborn child, and still it's their problem because they have not probably groomed them well
from the start.
Yes, from the start. Then they are telling them something several times and the child is not listening. So the parent is forced to beat this child at the particular instant.
Find a proper
There's a common beating where you beat at almost everything. Someone pours, like I pour a drink by mistake and you beat me. That's an accident. Even you as a big person,
it can happen to you.
It can happen to
you break a plate.
Yeah,
Oluyi is something small. No, wali omugo. No gamba. This person has he never broken anything?
As if for them they are perfect. So I feel like I don't want us to raise our kids like that. That's why I always say I will not raise my kids like the way I was raised. I thank God Sayononeka, but then I was raised in a way that you're in prison. You're not allowed to get out of the gate. If they find you past 7 outside, you have to give 10 different explanations. Don't I have freedom to move out? Banage.
No, but that's the parent being protective. Maybe when they have read the environment.
That is toxicity.
Actually, no, it's not. I don't know whether maybe we are drawing.
No, it's not. It's not. I think it's not. Because if what are you doing outside as a young girl at 7? We also expected to, maybe you come from school, did your chores, or sat down, did your homework and all that. Okay, that, let's say chores, since if let's like use the village setting, you did your chores, finished. Why should your father come back home at 7 sharp and you're not home?
Yes.
What are you doing? And those wee hours of the evening, like,
what if I had gone for a walk? What if I had gone for a walk?
Societies, there are environments that are toxic.
As a girl child,
what if they raped you?
Yeah,
who are
that's possible. No, that is actually being careful.
Yes,
so this girl doesn't being responsible as a parent. So we shouldn't actually mix the two. Mix toxicity.
Me, I actually had a friend where I could say it's toxicity in that direction. Is I had a friend who had. Okay, her mom always, like, even if she has gone to the toilet, the mother will ask, let me use my name, where is Pamela? Is she still in the toilet? 2 minutes later.
Oh my God.
You're overly controlling.
You're just draining
would
me.
go and check in the toilet. Pamela, are you in the toilet?
Oh my God.
Yes, I'm in the toilet. Okay.
you know,
that's too much.
She had her trauma.
Pamela, let me tell you something. Raising teenagers.
Yes.
I have been having seeing episodes on internet of a certain lady is a British national, and she has a daughter who is a teenager. She's 14. I think she's about to make 15. Those two, when they are talking, everyone is shouting at one another, like she's insulting the mom.
Who is raising who?
She is insulting the mom. At this point, I feel like both of them have a problem. At this point, I feel like they all need to go to see a psychiatrist. At this point,
I think that the problem is how you like if you're so free with your child.
No.
That thing where parents say, I am a friend to my child.
But my kids are my friends.
My kids are my friend. I can share with them anything. My daughter is my sister, because you're looking at the age gap, not being. You gave birth when you're a teenage girl, so you're a teenage mother, and then by the time this child grew up halfway, you're still young, so you feel like this is your sister in some way. Then you're so free with them, they lose the respect for you. There has to be that line where a parent can be able to command you, and then you listen.
However much we could come up talking about against everything toxic about parents, this is actually what should actually define toxicity. Toxicity is doing something with no empathy. Inflicting all these things on your child without empathy. We always want to be like our children. My child, however much I love my child, but I want her disciplined. She needs to know this is wrong, this is right. You understand? But there is an element of empathy. Disciplining omwana, you could actually maybe, because we were always being trained about doing mistakes, and let's tell the truth, it trains us well. This is who we are right now. I'm not saying inflict pain on a child, but there's a child who needs punishment.
Call to order.
There's a child who you are not going to say, you go and face in the corner. After doing a certain problem, you've grounded the child. Tomorrow she's going to be fine.
No tablet, no laptop.
No, sometimes you need to get, like for you, who doesn't believe in that, me, my child will have to see it all. Every side of me, because me, even my sister's children love me like crazy. But they know I don't tolerate nonsense.
When you reach a certain point, I'll be forced to beat you to put some sense.
Exactly. Yeah, of course, not beating like you want to kill a child, but you punish, you put an element. When we were young and you make a mistake, they will tell you, go in the bush
and find yourself
a stick and bring it.
No, I used to bring like
and they're like, you bring a small one, and you'll be like, you bring a small one. I will go there myself, get a big one, use both of them, beat you until you are finished.
So you are
but you're in the bush thinking.
You're stranded. You don't know. Should I take me?
Do you know what that does?
Yeah.
Psychologically tortures you.
Yes.
That even if
Next,
you're
I won't do
dying,
this again.
I won't be doing it again. Oyinza n'otuuka waka ne kastik ko nakubako just one thing. Well, that actually is how the parenting that it is supposed to be like. You torture the mind that has done the bad thing.
And you know that's a thin line, by the way, Gloria, because when I feel tortured, there's a way it affects my productivity as a child.
It does.
That's why it becomes toxic, because the child is afraid of exploring or even making mistakes.
That particular one,
part of humanity.
No, that particular one.
That particular, but it can happen again. Because
yes, it can happen.
Life.
But of course, you're not going to be like beating your child every time.
Have you ever seen a child who does something and the next time they have done it, they're already crying?
Yeah.
Actually, you return and find the child is crying.
That's what I used to do. So one day, Gangenda, my grandfather used to warn me. First holiday mpamvu, we always go to the village. Kati nga kumacha when we baba bakamente, they tell us genda mugende mufune obuntu mujeko so that amagulu ziremo okwesamba samba. So mujeko ezwera like that's a branch otandiko jikuba. Kati nze nga kyenkola, I get a stick. I start beating the cow.
It runs away.
Ngesamba amatanga gayika. Nature. My grandfather tells, the next time I see you beating my cow, I'm going to get it. That very stick I beat you. Ati ngaza mentally wo. Kumacha fe tunogenda tuyambeka abakamasisi. Ngenda mu kiralo. Natandika okujja kati nga naza n'akaggo kange ngikuba kumbe yandabye. Yangamba, you come with your stick. I just told him, I swear on my life, I'll never do it again.
You start crying.
I love you so much.
That's where a child is manipulative also.
Oh my God.
Manipulates the parent.
No, I knew that he's going to kill me. I just knew if I don't say sorry, he's going to kill me. So, at least that kind of parenting, there is a way it puts you in line.
But first of all, Kat, now, something like that. You saying that children are not going to explore. Trust me, children will always explore. Let me tell you, there's a stubborn kid that you're going to actually tell to bring a stick. You beat him up. Immediately after.
Then that kid has a problem.
He does. Because you overbeat them.
So
if you
also that particular
they get used. Because me, I have a cousin, bamukubanga nnyo his mom. Natuka nga wabaze wakamu holiday. Agamba, nze nja kudayo bankube emboko ziwone.
Wow.
Kati nga mwe mugamba banange, let's go home. Bagenda tukuba ekiboko. Ngagamba, nena mwe mutya nnyo. Bajja kukubayo oboko oba busatu buwone.
Nze by the way, about canes, I fall there like a robot. And they beat me and I just get up bouncing and go.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, those canes and that kind of that particular cleaning is supposed to happen with psychology, with psychology applied. Like it's not a matter of harming her or him to have wounds all over the bums, but he should remember and then not do the mistake again. No, it's a matter of playing with the mind of the child.
You can
actually stop.
By the kids, naye waliwo n'emyaka gy'otasobola kuteeminga. You start taming them at 6, 7, 8, 9. Watuuka mu 10 and above, sit them down, talk to them ng'ayogera ne bakulu banno. Otherwise, emigo gigenda kuba tegyakola.
Actually, you start from 5,
now I saw
6, 7 because these days are more engaging.
No, you literally begin from omwana akasata andika okwogera. When she says something that you don't like, you tell them that is bad.
Yes.
And you're strict and serious about it.
Yeah.
And now, as I follow a certain lady who is who actually is an expert in parenting. And she was talking about don't struggle so much with children. When children have reached an age of 12, they're teenagers now. Withdraw the privilege. If this kid goes out with money, I mean to school, Let me say, because those guys drop their children to school and pick them. Most of them, they don't have boarding schools. Like, you look after your children are your responsibility. Yeah. So when you drop him or her to school, you're not going to give him money. Yeah, he's going to see other children spending money in the canteen, whatever. He will start learning that what he did is bad. Of course, me, I also believe that caning here and there, small, is also good.
It's good. It's important.
But let me tell you, a teenager, you need to talk. You can talk and and even get headache, but you need to talk, because teenagers are
very hard.
They are wild animals.
Because even then, that alone is also, there's a thin line. Because if I withdraw privileges from you, it's very easy for you to be influenced into certain habits.
No, it's not like
because
all the time.
Out of frustration,
Not
be
all
like,
the time.
Mommy doesn't want to give me money, but James always wants to buy me breakfast. It's okay, James. You can touch me the way you want.
Yes. Then again, sometimes the estimate may go so low. She may think you don't love her, or may think you don't love them. Some of them commit suicide.
Yeah. We've seen a girl kill herself.
So it is also. It's a very dangerous line to walk on, especially when you're withdrawing a privilege to a child who's going to a public place. Maybe if it's home where you'd say now.
Oh no! First of all, let me tell you something. Kids of nowadays are living a much more comfortable life than what we lived. That some of us walked to school distances, then there's a child who is picked by a bus from just the gate,
from home,
from the gate, and is dropped back. Of course, most of the time they have their backpack. They have packed like a snack, a drink, or what. If you're and then the school has lunch, they are going to have lunch at school. So you're sure that your child is not going to go hungry that day. You understand? And then by the time you withdraw a phone, cut off Wi-Fi.
No, and of course that is like a personal withdrawal. You're not doing it in a public setting. For instance, like us, our setting where the kid is going to school. Then you withdraw break.
No, you can't. No, you can't. No, food.
Then you withdraw
It's like my child has
transport. You say that you're going to walk to school.
No.
That is so bad. That is actually torture.
No, wait, no. That there's a line. Those are literal.
Those are
now privileges. Let's bring it to the African setting. What kind of privileges would you withdraw from an African child?
We all have different homes, and we appreciate our children differently. There are people who have cultures. Na kakati ate waliwo ne families nga children don't even know about anything to do with privileges.
Yes.
Nga nebwa mala dakiika bbiri nga tanabakooza bintu maama wajja yimirira wali bwe oli what all those tough words that I be hearing by the way so far away.
Tell their children those tough words. Why do you call your child a dog? Yes. Why do you call your child a pig? Your child,
that's toxic.
That's being toxic. At the end of the day, no man agenda kugenda okubira amasimu mwana wange sukali mwana wange. When I was growing up in computer, you pig, you dog, you stupid boy, you what? Empty thing. Your own child.
Yeah, it's so.
What? It is so sad. And there was a friend of mine when I was visiting kati oba baby where I watch. She's like 5 years now. I want magical carpet. She's like, you stupid girl, which number, please. This is not my child, but please find the proper way of talking to your girl child. You cannot wake up and tell him you stupid. Are you sure she's stupid? That means you and your husband, both of you are stupid. You gave birth to a stupid child.
You even make her believe she's actually
stupid. Abana bosanga balina low self-esteem. My mom told me I'm stupid. I'm not. I look like a hen. I'm not beautiful.
You're actually talking about this particular incident, and I remembered how my culture is when it comes to girl children, with a girl child. Now, it's hard to ever hear a parent from my side, where I come from, telling, my daughter is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, to give you that confidence. No. She will actually tell you,
As to
look at you.
who told you?
Who will even marry you? You look at yourself. Look, it's as if you're responsible for how you look.
No, I think that is a tactic.
Yeah, it was.
Because if you walk around feeling very beautiful as a young girl, it's very easy for you. Well, you have a high esteem.
No one is going to tell you that one. No one is.
That's where people think. Where people always think that when they tell you you're beautiful,
you're going to go astray.
No, you're not going to go astray. You're going to be very self-confident.
Yes. Why? Of which I mean, there is no man who is going to tell me that, and I feel like I am flattered. No, because I've had this every other time. Like I know that.
Also, it's on the other way. The flip side, it may also mean that you feel so confident in yourself that you overlook other people. That it takes away the kind element from you. As in, I go to a class and I feel like, yes, I am the most beautiful.
Because you are beautiful.
Because
you know, you guys, me in my teenage, the moment I entered high school like this, my body was like, welcome to high school. Every time they could get for me a new uniform, that means I was becoming fat every day. Every time new uniform, new sweater, everything. So maybe my dad used to see me. I used to have low self-esteem. I used to look at myself and I'm like, now me, I'm ugly. I have big cheeks. Everything about me is big. Who is going to like me? So my dad used to tell me, you are a princess. You are so beautiful. Those boys at school, they don't deserve you. You deserve to be a president. You deserve to be with those big people. So never play with your future. So people at school, they used to call me big. Yeah, big. I think big. Others used to call me fatty. So when I came back in senior 3, and if you call me big, I know my dad told me I'm beautiful.
Like that would not
so
down your
I don't care. I'm very confident in compound. But before that, I used to be in class. Even break time, I don't move out. If I move out, I'll go on the balcony and I stand. I start looking at kids. One say on compound, but me I stay up. What can I do?
But you see, I think it's okay when a child is at an age where they can understand very well what beauty means. But
telling a girl of senior 2 that you're beautiful, you know how they can be.
Yes,
they are all over the place. Come from down.
That's the challenge.
Everything comes from down. Like if they're young, call them. Actually, you see even parents making them recite this. I am beautiful. I am brilliant. I am intelligent. I'm strong. Yeah. Like you start
I'm enough.
I'm enough. Yeah.
So that like if you go to those Western countries, they have a problem with race. So you find a kid is being bullied because she has curly hair on her head. And it is a situation.
Yeah.
So if you as a parent don't actually tell this kid that your hair is 100% okay, that people who have straight hair and blonde and don't have anything big that is so special about them, you're actually beautiful the way you are. This kid is going to have a problem. When they tell her, you look at your hair, you look like what?
And the first guy who comes and tells her your hair is nice.
Not feeling uncomfortable going to class because she doesn't want to see those ones that bully her. Now, a young boy who will come and approach her and I like your hair. She'll be like, now look at this. Leave me alone. No,
as in, the first person to actually truly appreciate me. To find me beautiful.
She can easily give in.
The anger that you have, the unhealthy competitions, that's like the story you spoke about. All those are elements.
Have you ever met someone in your life where they are so toxic, as in they will never appreciate others? They always like when they always bully. They actually bully people. Like you never find anything good about others.
Negativity all through
everything. Buli kyolaba ku munno kibi. Bwe ne bagamba banani omulimi bandi mulungi. Bandi ani episano ngawo ziriwa.
oh your man, so your man, well, you know all the bad things about everyone. You know everyone's story. That brings us to oyo mwana naye wakati yakulira bali bamulaga mpisambi zokka. Today's beauty and healthy tip tugenda kwogera particularly abakyala abaana ab'obuwala. I remember I've ever talked about this thing naye kati njagala nkibaddiremu obusemba tweyongere okitegeera. I remember I was somewhere named abawala like 4 girls in the same place. They all had calendars in the so I was curious because at least one of them will mind. But why every time I see you, what's wrong? Infections mbankubye buli ddagala nzigula asiba ku ddagala antibiotics ne infections tezikola ki tezigenda. But did you know that sometimes tuwayiriza nti of course these are sexually transmitted diseases, but besides that which meant now you can be the problem to those infections z'olwala nga toyina, because most of us we celibate naye nowesanga nawe omuntu acelibating nga nawe olina infection ddala oba ozijjawa unless your hygiene is not really good. First of all, tuli mu generation nga abaana bakyakola bleaching. You understand? You go to shower and then you put your candle. Why do you put it? So katulina enjala zino ziba nkyafu bajenzi ziba nkyafu. Try so much to avoid when you're in that place.
Many people don't know.
And
I've seen people on social media. Because social media is a very funny ground.
Yeah.
Because there's people who are telling girls that actually it is okay. When you go there, make sure you wash. You know, lift the finger and
kibagamba okusembayo, never put your finger inside your fish. It is very dangerous. It is actually dangerous. It can even cause cervical cancer.
Yes.
Because the more you get those infections, ne cervix yo efuna ki obuzibu. Abalala nogenda kino senga yangambye honey simanyi bangambye kwate no habundi tekeyo simanyi
that's another field.
Simanyi my dear, do you know that place is supposed to have a particular pH?
Yeah, true.
It is supposed to have a particular nego nobeera ngo buli kyebagambye insert.
I'm sorry, this is a beauty tip. Let me mention something. Ladies, avoid the following. I am so hygienic. When my time of the month ends, I steam. You are doing wrong.
Rosemary,
Number 2 with lemon and garlic. I said, you put there garlic, you press it with a needle and push it in. That is very wrong. Senga yapadde akaddagala okateeka ku honey n'okateeka
when your man comes.
stop. Jesus, do not do these things. These things you are going to be sick.
We need actual
testimonies
from people. These things actually work.
They do not. Banange, they don't work.
Honey,
Guys, but just put in there your mind. Simple mind. Don't even be a singer at this point.
Yeah.
The honey you bought yourself in the supermarket.
But are you putting it for a man?
No, we can do better, you guys.
Seriously. Because
We can do better. This is
I'm
2025.
also wondering how the sweetness
But
will
imagine
come,
how much.
because honey is supposed to be
Imagine how
ingested.
much honey I would have bought.
But how would you tell if I placed honey here and then you touched my ring? Would you tell that the honey is actually sweet? Because it's only when you test
for a
it that you
man.
know it's sweet.
When a man
But then
goes
if you
there.
touch
And
it,
for the
you would-
man, and for the man,
But how?
he's going to feel.
How is it going
If
to
you're
feel
not
the
sweet
sweetness?
originally, you're not going to be.
I'm tired of dealing with people who are going to school, who have degrees, PhDs,
Okay, even
who
people
still
who
put
did.
those things down there.
Banange never senga bye batugamba byonna si bituufu.
And you're still putting honey
Some
in
things
your
are
thing.
not. Sometimes are no.
You've gone to school and you're still buying.
Because I saw someone
water
getting a
pill.
garlic clove, a whole gobble cut. So you get it when you have some. First of all, for me, garlic doesn't smell good on my body.
Yeah.
I
What
want to
about-
find it in food. Now she breaks it like this and puts it in.
For how long? For a week? For a day?
First of all, how does
I think
does it not fall out?
I think we have to take out for
No,
a day.
I don't think it falls out because there are also tablets that are recommended.
But the tablets, those ones, they melt.
They melt.
And the most of them are used at night.
They are tampons.
It's a doctor who
Then they are
tells you.
tampons. So I think it can.
I want to know
That
that story of
There's people who
tampons.
use tampons.
I need to know how
They need their grace.
Yes, I can't do
There's
that.
No, but
nothing
no, you people. Let's. It's not that bad yet.
It's not bad, but I
don't
cannot
know
try
how
it.
Have you ever
comfortable
tried
it
it?
is. No, I've never used it.
Pamela, there
But-
is nothing like. It's not that bad.
No, but because
It
it is how something.
Imagine how you
expands
sit like I
inside
am
you.
seated there.
And
this
this whole
whole thing
something
is
is expanding inside there, and you're very comfortable. No, guys. So, another tip, guys, ladies, and you gentlemen, drink as much warm water as you can. Oba wetaaga kunywa lita 3 ey'amazzi, nywa please, because the more water you drink, the more you flushing out those germs. Because kasita weekumbirako omusulo munda, bino byogala omusulo guluma naye kansooke malizeeyo kano kembadde nkola eno ndi mu kutereka jjukira omusulo okuvamu those bacteria esobola okukola okulwaza infections. So the more you keep your urine in there, the more you're going to get sick. So drink as much water as you can. Ekirungi ky'amazzi nti gakuwa ne glowing skin. Malungi nnyo mubiri, kirungi nnyo omukazi okubeera n'amazzi mu mubiri. Skin y'omukazi erimu amazzi oba erabika nti you're glowing. So drink enough water. Stop using those herbs. Stop dodging. Bannange senga gundi yangambye senga kulanama yangambye kozesa eno n'osindikayo senga gundi nangamba kola buti n'okiteekayo senga gundi. Then another thing bakyogeddeko bamuleeti, let's stop steaming. That place should
so
be
harsh.
clean. Abaana abalala n'agenda n'afuna viwash n'anaabako katini
Ate kati Uganda buli omu
kansino
temanyi
waliyo
okukikola.
ne vispray. Kati bw'oba omaze okunaaba ne viwash ng'oteeka ka vispray, ekifo ekyo ky'omanyi kino kirina kunaazibwamu mazzi gokka. Always and always remember, only water, nothing else. No one should lie to you. If you want to do a sweetener for your man, please take enough honey in warm water, so that when your man comes, that honey has gone down.
Not
Yes.
putting it
Not
on
putting
the
it there.
surface. Yes.
It's not good for the pH.
Actually, let me tell you something. For people who want to feel a good taste there, I think I've heard this from several people, and some doctors talk about it. Eating pineapples.
It is very, very beautiful.
Eating pineapples, it helps on your pH down there. It also helps on the scent.
Smell, yeah.
It's not called smell. Smell looks like it's bad.
Scent.
Oh yeah, the scent that comes out of that place.
Yes.
It's not bad. So, and somehow I don't know how that food is connected, but yeah, I think I've heard more scientific people talk about it.
Bw'oba tosobola girya, please do a smoothie of pineapples. Naye mulekerawo ebyebimu. Anyways, that has been our part 1 of toxic parents. So we're going to come with part 2, and we want to know what are the possible solutions for these problems, for these toxic parents. Obanga wazali omuzadde ali toxic, gwenga Gloria, gwenga Pamela, ogenda kukola otya okulaba nga you do not put that pain omuzadde wo gye yakuteekako to your own children, because abantu abamu, when you get affected psychologically, okiteeka ate ne ku mwana gw'ozadde ne ku mwana w'omwana we, wosanga jjajja tayagala baana ba mwana we, ng'oli maama naye ng'abaana bo tobaagala. Ne bagera ku makya maama wo n'akwata ettaka ekannama n'agiwa omwana wo n'otwala omwana we mu kkooti. Why? Baakukuza nga tebakulaga mukwano. So if you like the toxicity that you grew up with, you want to reflect it to your own child, which is very bad. So in our part 2, we are going to find out the solutions of dealing with a toxic parent, how to avoid being a toxic parent to your own child, and How do we have a healthy relationship with our own child?
This is going to be a discussion that people who is planning to be a parent.
Yes.
A parent who has already gone through stuff raising their child. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe you can still correct stuff here and there to actually improve on how you can raise your children to be better human beings tomorrow, so that we can reduce issues of mental health crises here and there. Yeah, sure.
So please don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel, that is Real Tales Podcast AUT. Do not forget to give us thumbs up, even if oli busy otya bantu tutereyo akagalo buli wokatuwa naffe kiba tutuzaamu amaanyi nti content waffe bwetubaterayo alina kyakwongerako oba olina ky'omunyigamu. Don't forget to share these videos so that etuukeko oyo omuntu ayita mu mbeera eyo yennyini gye twogerako this particular moment. Don't forget to click on the bell so that you don't miss out on any of our new episodes. Yes, we'll just wait for part 2. That is from me and my beautiful ladies. See you soon.